Hello everybody, I'm so glad you are here. My channel is all about art journal, mixed media painting, collage, assemblage and anything else that sparks my interest. In case you don't know me, I'm Grob and I love to inspire you. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So glad to see you here, so to speak. Today I'm here again with, let us start with art, the Videohop I do arrange with a bunch of YouTube creators, where we do all kind of art for the wall, whether it's your wall or your mom's wall or you're gonna sell that piece, that's all up to you. Anyway, as you maybe recall, I did challenge myself to work purely monochromatic, more or less abstract, depending a little bit on the subject I have in my head. Now let's go to the table so I can show you what idea I had for this month, April. Okay, here we are. That's the first thing I did do without having the camera rolling. I just wanted to try out the idea. I did make stencils in several sizes, and as I don't plan to sell them in my shop, I made them just from paper, which works fine too, because I don't think I'm gonna do a lot in this with this idea, so I think paper is fine. Anyway, I did this as a first, this page, and then I went on, and that's what you're actually gonna see, for sort of mini paintings from this mountain. And by the way, if somebody recognizes what mountain that is, leave it down below in the comment, I'm curious. Yes, it is a mountain in Switzerland, just saying. Anyway, so now for this page over here and these paintings, I did use 3 different types of, can I say blues? Like a manganese blue, and there was a light blue and the ultramarine blue. So I had like 3 hues to begin with and fill in the different areas with different colors and with white. As always, there is white and black included in my monochromatic paintings. They are not considered as colors, so anyway, so I have done this, and then suddenly I had the idea, what happens if I have only one hue? So I decided to go for that, and I even decided to enlarge it a little bit. So I did just use ultramarine blue, black and white. And I kind of like it too. You can make so many different hues, so you still get sort of different colors or different hues. So that's what I did for this month's challenge. I hope you enjoy watching me doing the small paintings. And as you can see, I have already prepared. I'm gonna work in a series again. And this month, which is already the 4th, already April, who can believe that, I'm gonna work in blue. And as usual with black and white. So I do have the idea, that's a mountain. For those who know a little bit, maybe they recognize the mountain. And the sun or a moon or whatever you want to call it. And I was thinking I'm going to do 4 times the same pattern. And see what happens if I mix the colors a little bit. I always gonna do the outline with black. That's what I have my black here for. And then I'm gonna play with my blues. So I'm at the moment very much in stencil, making stencils. This one is just for me, but I do also sell stencils, just in case you're interested. So I first gonna start doing my guidelines. I'm using Amsterdam paint and a cosmetic sponge, and I use mostly Amsterdam paint, except I find somewhere a hue which I really like, or sometimes you just want to try out things. And I like to use a cosmetic sponge to apply paint through stencils. I find that an easy way. Let's see. Okay, I did bleed a bit underneath, but I'm not too concerned about that. But what I don't like is that I have to rub off the paint underneath. I don't want that on my... I do align it somewhat with my pink paint. Now I like to turn my work so that I can work comfortably. That's exactly what I'm doing here. And I mix white and the light blue. The light blue is sky blue light. Again, it's from Amsterdam. And I like brush strokes visible. Something going on. Maybe this time I'm gonna do it without visible brush strokes. Just to have a little bit of a variety how things look. So here we're trying to have an even paint surface. A little bit too much in the ferrule, I don't like that. It affects how the bristles act if you have too much paint in the ferrule. I have to close the gaps here. I couldn't do the stencil without having the gaps, or the whole thing would have fallen out. So sometimes you have to make those little gaps to make a stencil work. So I'm gonna close them with the brush instead. And at the same time I can fix some over painting with the color. Now I want some areas white, and I certainly want this area white, and white does cover up pretty well, so I can disguise my boo-boo here, hopefully. Now I'm just trying to have different textures and in different spots with different colors, so just to make the piece a little bit interesting, and not every one the same. Also I'm using not a lot of materials and layers, it's just a one layer this time. Usually I do work in a lot of layers. I find it kind of hard to work just with one layer, just to not having the feeling it's too boring. We'll see. But the whole goal of this series for me is really to try out different things and challenge myself a little bit. Probably at the end of the year I'm not pleased with everything, but at least I did try different things. That's the whole purpose here. Now I'm gonna mix a little bit black into my manganese phthalo blue, just to have another color a little bit. There is still some white on the, what is this color like? Oh, that's a little bit too dark. Funny how it turns more green when you add black, but it's okay with me. Texture or no texture, that was my question. And I decided for non-texture. Now I do have this blue here. I just have to check whether I like it or not. I'm kind of debating with myself. Let's see. Maybe it is too much, maybe it is just right. But this is an ultramarine blue, which is quite different. Yeah. I go for it. It's still blue. Maybe textured means I need a little bit more. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to dry that and then I'm going to decide whether I want black lines around or not, and for that I have to take off my tape, but for that it has to be dry. Okay, I think it is dry enough that I can risk it. I want to check whether I want a black line all around. And for that I have to remove my tape. Let's see what it looks like. And I don't have those passport tools. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a little bit of black paper to mimic a black line and see whether I like it or not. I don't think I like it. But what I'm certainly going to do is I'm going to use Posca pen, an acrylic marker, to go over the black lines, because occasionally I did paint over it a little bit and I wanted really dark black. Okay, here we are. I think you really can put them on the wall. That's what they look like when they are framed. They need a frame. They are designed to have a frame, or a passport too rather, I should say. Okay, I hope you enjoyed and I hope to see you soon again. Take care, bye.